Hey guys, welcome back to Crypto Clan. Today we'll be talking about how Hedera's carefully crafted economic architecture, namely its HBAR supply, may make the platform a viable option for Web 3.0 developments. This video was inspired by an excellent paper created by Danny Eade, where he gives his take on the economic structure of Hedera. I will link the paper in the description below. Hedera Hashgraph's native cryptocurrency, HBAR, has a maximum supply of 50 billion tokens. This means that no more HBAR tokens will be minted once this limit is reached. Hedera's native HBAR token has been branded a utility token amongst a number of figures within the crypto sphere, whereby the tokenomics and network has been geared to providing use cases for developers. The utility of HBAR includes the direct payment of node fees when a user or dApp is actively leveraging the Hedera Hashgraph network. Arguably the most desired property associated with HBAR tokenomics is the predictable fees, which are denominated in dollars but paid in HBARs. HBAR tokens also prevent Sybil attacks from occurring, whereby HBAR tokens are actively used to weigh the votes of each participating node, proportional to the cumulative sum of a node's stake. This factor will provide security to the network and induce asynchronous Byzantine fault tolerance, which is the highest degree of security a proof-of-stake consensus algorithm can provide. Hedera's asynchronous Byzantine fault tolerance capacity will ensure finality of consensus will be reached with a 100% probability if an attacker controls less than 1/3 of the voting power. Coupled with HBAR's impressive innate qualities, the supply and overall economic structure surrounding the token and Hedera ecosystem is equally, if not more impressive. Unlike the majority of DLT projects currently on the market, all of the 50 billion HBARs have been minted at the genesis of the network, and the tokens are stored in a multi-signature account. The fully minted nature of HBAR tokens upon genesis means that the HBAR team will not face marginal costs, which may occur if further HBAR tokens are minted. This factor has provided the potential for the Hedera team to implement an HBAR supply schedule. With all 50 billion HBARs being minted, the supply and release of HBARs to the open market will be done so following a predetermined rate, whereby from 2020 the supply of HBAR tokens increased by 9% from 2019. The supply of HBARs will increase by approximately 5% each year between 2021 to 2024. An additional 2% of HBARs from 2024 will be released in 2025. 34% of the total supply of HBAR tokens will be released to the open market by 2025. The predictive nature of HBAR token release will ensure that the release of tokens can be done so at fixed, scarce quantities without the risk of significant price fluctuations. The predictive nature by which HBAR release will occur and how the release of such tokens are done so irrespective of price means that price elasticity of supply for HBAR is exactly zero, thus detailing HBAR's perfectly inelastic nature. This graph indicates how the predictive nature of HBAR token supply irrespective of price up to 2025 is indicative of perfect inelasticity. The graph also describes how the release of HBAR tokens to the open market will be done so at lower rates over time. The predictive nature of HBAR release to the open market, coupled with HBAR's perfectly inelastic quality, makes it a standout token amongst DLTs currently on the market. When compared to the likes of Ethereum, the release of Ether has been highly eccentric, and token release has arisen namely through key events during the project's development. This is further compounded with Ethereum's Ether token supply not having a cap. This factor may lead to supply volatility over the long run. The predictive nature of HBAR release, coupled with fees generally being denominated in dollars but paid in HBAR on the Hedera network, may make the network an ideal port for Web 3.0 developments. Web 3.0 developments involve the internet becoming more autonomous, intelligent and open. It would interconnect all the data in a decentralized way, a huge jump from the current system where the data is stored in centralized repositories. With Hedera having a predictive supply and with the network having fixed fees, building internet frameworks on a decentralized Hedera network will give developers the ability to pay for minimal gas fees without the risk of supply volatility. This is further compounded with Hedera's innate qualities of being able to facilitate the validation of over 10,000 transactions per second. Through sharding mechanisms, transactions per second is supplemented, whereby transaction validation can amount to hundreds of thousands, if not millions of transactions per second. These impressive innate qualities will provide the potential to validate a sizable number of actions future Web 3.0 infrastructure would require. Furthermore, according to a research study conducted by UCL, the Hedera network uses 5 million times less energy compared to the Bitcoin network. In the same research paper, UCL indicated that Hedera's Hashgraph technology is the most eco-friendly DLT platform currently on the market. Hedera's Hashgraph technology uses approximately 0.02 watts of energy per transaction. This is in contrast to the Ethereum network, which uses approximately 557.13 watts of energy per transaction. As global industries move towards more green energy sources to power their infrastructure, internet services will invariably follow the same trend. With Hedera's network being the most eco-friendly platform on the market, such organizations may turn to Hedera to actively leverage and facilitate the eco-friendly nature of Hashgraph technology. What are your thoughts on Hedera? Do you think Hedera will power Web 3.0 developments? Let us know your views in the comments below. Thank you for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click on the notification bell. Let us know your views in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.